Hey guys, Bookworm21 here with another awesome book review for you. So this one is the 8th book in the series of The Undead Ones, Mary Janice Davidson, Undead and Unwelcome. So that's it right there. And this is the second book in the new trilogy that she's trying to write of the storyline. So in the last book, Antonia, the werewolf, not the stepmother, was killed, so it's Betsy's job to fly her and everyone else back to Maine to deliver the body to her family. So the werewolves are not too happy that their family member, died in service to saving Betsy. So Betsy's gotta kind of kiss some butt. So while they're there, some stuff starts to happen. Betsy learns a lot more about the werewolf culture, and the future alpha of the pack is a little blonde, pigtailed haired girl named, I think, Amy? Laura. It's Laura. And she's really funny, so there's a lot of funny stuff with her. And what happens is, while she's there, we notice that the werewolves don't like little baby John. And we learn about him that he's got a superpower. He's basically invulnerable to supernatural harm, and he has no scent. So the werewolves really don't remember him. It's like they see him and they notice him, and then 5 minutes later they have amnesia and they can't remember he's there. So that creates a lot of problems, but it's kind of interesting too. Well, while they're there, what happens is Betsy kind of tells them off that, you guys are her family, but you never really wanted her because she's got supernatural powers, and you guys didn't like her. She kind of tells them off. So what happens is, back home, Betsy's half-sister and the daughter of the devil starts to really lose control. She starts gathering Satanists around her, but instead of having them sacrifice virgins and kill babies and do the deeds of the evil, she starts sending them out to soup kitchens and volunteer at homeless shelters and clean churches. And she thinks she's doing the right thing, of course, because of course everybody knows, you get a group of Satanists together, and what are you going to do on a Friday night? Oh yeah, go in a soup kitchen, it's going to be totally fine. Yeah, and it's going to be awesome. Well, guess what? Awesomeness does not ensue. Because then all of a sudden she starts thinking, hey, if they can feed the poor and clothe the naked, they can also start killing vampires, because I'm just helping my sister because one less vampire in the world, who's going to care? Well, it's not going good, and when Betsy gets home, she would have gotten home sooner, but Mark has to email her, and he does it all in texting language, LOL, BRB, OMG, and of course Betsy is a vampire, not a little 12-year-old girl. She doesn't understand this stuff. So when she finally does get home, shit has truly hit the fan. It hit the fan, it hit the table, it hit the house, and it hit the coffee pot. So it's a lot of shit. So anyway, a big, huge, scary fight ensues, and after Betsy beats her sister's butt senseless, Laura kind of realizes that I kind of screwed up in a major way, and she's kind of calmed down. But we can definitely tell that Laura is not headed towards a happy place, and sooner or later her satanic nature is going to overtake her, and then it's going to be a bad day in the neighborhood. So anyway, that's the end of that book, and there's one more in the series, and then we'll have to say goodbye to that series for a while, but she'll write more. So the next book we're reviewing is the 8th book in the True Blood series. Not the 8th book. The 4th book. Sorry. The 4th book. This is Charlaine Harris, Dead to the World. Now, people, if you're following the TV show, okay, this will probably be next season. Season 4. At least I hope it will be. And for what I've seen in the True Blood TV show, they're slowly starting to hedge that way. Eric is kidnapped by some evil witches who are also shapeshifters. And the head witch wants to, well, she wants to have Eric sexually. She wants to drain his blood. She wants to sell him. She just wants Eric in a bad way. So, what happens is she does a spell on Eric, and he loses his memory. And Sookie is driving home from work one night and finds him running through the woods naked. That's right, people. Naked. And this is not a guy that you do not want to see naked, so it's a good thing, as Martha Stewart would say. So, what happens is, Sookie takes him in, calls the head vampires, Pam, Chow. They tell what's going on, she babysits him for a while, and Eric is this whole new vampire. He's sweet, he's kind, he's vulnerable. He's like a big old Labrador with fangs. And so, Sookie falls in love, and, romance ensues, and lots of R-rated sexual intercourse ensues, and let's just say that the whole genre has been changed now because shower scene. That's all I'm going to say, people. If you don't read this book, you're going to miss out on some really good shower scenes. Anyway, so Sookie kind of starts thinking that, maybe this could be something between them. Well, she learns that there's some good witches in the area, and a couple of witches that she works with. But they're being recruited by Hollow, the evil witch. And so, sooner or later, the big battle comes into play. And we learn that Bill, her ex-boyfriend, is not in Peru, whatever the freak he said he was going to be, but he's actually right there, and he realizes that Sookie and Eric, and he's not a happy camper, if vampires went camping. But anyway, so the big battle happens, and while all this happens, guess what? Her stupid, half-witted, sex-crazed brother, Jason, is missing. And does anyone seem to care? No. Because, he's probably out with some chick. Well, he's not. He's actually fallen head over heels in love with this stupid girl named Crystal Norris, who lives out in Hot Shot, which is like the redneck boony wrong side of the track area, and she's a werepanther. Well, her crazy ex-fiancé kidnapped Jason, stuck him in an outhouse, and every night changed in front of him and scratched him. Because in his mind, if Jason was a werepanther, Crystal wouldn't like him. Okay, the logic on that, I don't know, but whatever. So Sookie, at the end of the book, finds Jason, and he's going to be a werepanther now. So, she's got to deal with that. And so anyway, Bill and her they're still broken up, they're still not really on good terms, but at the end of the book, Eric gets his memory back, and he doesn't remember anything he's done. Well, that's kind of a good thing and a bad thing, because he doesn't remember falling in love with Sookie and having a relationship. That's bad, but the good thing is, see, here's the thing, Debbie Pelt, Alcide's ex-girlfriend and crazy bitch du jour, she tried to kill Sookie, and, Sookie ain't going out like that, so Sookie blew her head off. Yeah, nice, huh? Can you say ew? And so, while Sookie was cleaning brain out of her coffee pot, Eric took the body and the car and got rid of it. And nobody knows where that is. And now that Eric is back in his right mind, he doesn't either. So, Sookie's kind of going, ooh. So now they got a missing girl, but no one seems to mind. So that's the end of that story, and I just have to say, it's really good. I really hope that they put this in season 4 of Two Blood next year, and I think they probably will, because from what I can see, it's kind of heading that way. Just by, in the show, if you've watched the show, you've noticed Crystal is starting to play a bigger part in Jason's life. Last night there was Holly, who come into the picture, and she's a witch. And so, Colonel Flood and all of the weirdos are starting to come out. So you'll definitely see a lot more of that. So anyway, those are my reviews, and I hope you like them. and let me know what you think, and keep reading because you know I will. Bye.